Fuck.
I'm like immediately going to the nuclear option.
I hate it. I hate it so much. Chris, you didn't look at Ben.
Oh, is it time? Hey, everybody. My name's Chris Warren.
My name is Matt Lopes.
Welcome to the You Should Be Worried podcast.
Ben's back, bitches. Ben's fucking back. Ben's back. He was away for a while.
You got a notification on your phone and it just played through the fucking podcast.
Oh shit! What kind of notification was it?
I don't know.
Oh, it's a text notification. Was it the Game Boy sound?
That's what it is. The Game Boy
Sorry,
sound.
my bad.
That was just because his phone was excited Ben was back. Although to the audience, Ben has been here the whole time.
Yeah,
They weren't aware of his absence.
I
like
never
we
went
were.
away.
Yeah, correct. He was never away. He was here the whole time. He definitely wasn't in Michigan. How was Michigan? Been fun?
Too
You
much
had
fun.
too much fun in Michigan. You know, you don't think about having fun when you think of Michigan.
I don't think about having fun ever.
Oh, okay, cool. But Ben, how are you in Michigan? You got to fucking. I saw you on horses. You were riding horses.
I never actually rode one.
You've never rode a horse before you got there, or you didn't even ride one out when you were out
No,
there.
I didn't ride one out there either.
Yeah, you did. I saw a fucking video.
No, I wasn't on the horse.
You were up high, moving along with the person you were with, and they were on a horse too.
No, there was a time where... Oh, that's because I was sitting on a fence.
Yeah, we fixed it in editing. It's all post-production.
Grace has, like... You know, she used to be, like, dummy into competing. Competing, sorry. And then she was just, like, doing
I
her,
think
like...
competing is the right word.
That would have been nice. She's just doing, like, her chores. So she's just, like, bringing me around barns. Like, she's like, I gotta ride this one. I gotta watch this one. And I'm, like, just there, like...
Riding as a chore is funny. That's cool that, like, you have to ride them.
But it's just, like... She's just, like, taking care of, like, ginormous dogs.
Yeah.
Like, I was like...
Yeah,
damn, these animals are, like, kind of dumb as fuck.
Cool fucking... those are my mom's favorite animals.
I hate horses so
I
much.
could so see Matt, like, you, like, loving horses. Like, that's why I kept trying to take videos of them, like, chewing too much.
Yeah,
or, like,
dude, I
or,
love
like,
it.
where their eyes are
They're-
very, like,
They're two different ways. I love that shit. I love that shit so much, dude. It's so me. I've only ridden a horse probably a couple times within my life, but the last time I did it, I was like
R.I.P. to the horse.
it was before I was as big as I am now. It was like middle of high school when I was like maybe half this, and I was you know what? They did have to give me a different horse than everybody else. Like my horse was real muscular, and
you had the Budweiser Clydesdales.
Yeah, dude. I don't even think because I wasn't. It was one of those horses where like they didn't even have a saddle, and I was literally riding this horse without a fucking saddle, and it was hurting my fucking ass cheeks, dude. Like the bones, the spine of the horse, you fucking feel between your ass cheeks, and it's not comfortable to sit on. It's not comfortable at all to sit on.
Dude, I can't. I hate horses so much, dude.
What's your reasoning for hating horses?
I think we might talk to this podcast.
Napoleon had a horse.
I used to competitively ride horses in middle school.
I mean, that's what
It makes you hate them. Because, like, when you're around, because I was around them for, like, 20 hours a week.
Yeah.
And you realize they're not majestic. They don't have, like, empathy. They're just, like, soulless, giant, dangerous meat machines. That, like, if you've ever seen someone get kicked by a horse, which I have, it's terrifying. That's why I quit. I saw someone just get decked by a horse. Their life is over. Like, they're alive, but their life is ruined now.
Yeah.
And they were just some random, like, freshman in high school. And I was like, all right, I'm good on this. I never want to be around these fucking things again.
Jesus Christ. It's not really... If you were forced to compete on horses, then it's not their fault. It's not the horse's fault.
No,
it's
just
forcing you to compete.
So my gay dad. But just horses are just like these giant, dangerous animals that like we should have way more fear and respect for. And everyone's like, they're a big, fun dog.
Dude, yeah. I was in Italy when a horse fucking stepped on my toe once. It fucking hurt. It hurt, dude.
Have you ever seen, that's what I thought. And the donkey's going... Peter's like, why is it so slow?
People on the internet compare me to Peter Griffin. I already my best friends doing it too.
We're here to
no
take the insecurity out.
No, it's a cool thing, Matt.
Oh no, it's cool.
It's
Peter Griffin's
cool.
literally so famous.
Yeah, and look how hot his wife is, dude.
Dude, Lois
Guy's
is not.
balling.
Lois is a bit. Well, actually, you probably love Lois for that reason. Lois got a fucking honker on her.
Dude, nice gonzo.
Nice little gonzo. But that's cool as fuck. Yeah, well, I was in Italy, and there's this, I was watching these motherfuckers put like horseshoes on a horse, and then when it put its fucking foot down, it's fucking slammed. And I was outside wearing fucking sandals and no socks. So it wasn't like I had a steel toe boot. The socks would have been the difference. It would have. The sock, I feel, would have provided a little more comfort. Literally right onto my raw pinky toe. Full force of a fucking... And it's not like... You know how a horse's hoof is just like one... Yeah. It's molded into like one thick finger.
Big toenail.
Yeah, dude. That shit's so weird to think about. I hate thinking about that.
They gotta get them clipped.
The evolution
you
of
gotta
fucking...
like file them down or they
go deep. You're like, holy shit. You ever see videos of people like fucking clipping horses' fucking toenail?
Dude, there's a guy on Instagram that I love when his videos pop up.
Yeah.
He's like called the Hoof Doctor or something.
Okay.
And he just is this guy in like the UK and he just goes to dairy farms and just like trims all the cow hooves.
Shit.
And he'll be like, this one's a crazy one because look, it's got a rock in it and so it's all infected and we got to just drain the pus. And he's just like fucking hacking away with like a fucking grinder.
How do you know if it hurts the horse or not?
He's always telling me, I know they're mooing, but they're fine. They're not in pain. She's just being a big baby. As the cow's like, he's wearing like a face shield so the sparks don't hit him.
Shit. Ben, did you ever have to, does Grace ever like changing horse hooves in like horseshoes and shit?
No, she did like carve the dirt out of the hooves though.
Nuts. How was that?
She was like,
to see in person.
It was very satisfying.
Yeah? Yes. Dope.
Does she ever have to shoot the horses in the head when they get lame?
No, I was asking about that though.
First question.
Ben's like, how do we get to horses and guns?
Yeah. That one's looking kind of sickly.
We were riding up to the first barn because her, not the horse that Grace rode her whole life, but a horse that her and her mom like own. Like it's like a family horse now.
Cool.
And they just ride it whatever the fuck. So we're going up to see that horse. And on the way there, I'm like, listen, like I'm not like I've pet a horse before, and I've ridden one maybe once or twice. Like I really just don't want to get kicked by a fucking horse.
Yeah, smart man.
I was on a whole like I didn't mean to say that in a way where like she's gonna like stop a kick mid kick. I just meant that I was like, please warn me, like if you stand there, you're asking for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I see videos of people like fly through barns. I don't have any sort of bone.
Like in The Incredibles when he fucking throws his boss through all those walls.
That would be me, dude. I would be going like through stuff. So as soon as we get there, we're like walking out to like the big pasture, and we open the gate, and a horse is just trotting at us. Like not just like running, like he is like.
Yeah, fucking
both legs are like airborne at
dude,
times.
like Malcolm, he's gonna jump up to hug you.
Yeah. And Grace is just like, go stand near the gate. And I was like, say less. I'm now standing behind the gate. And she just like gets in the way of the horse, and the horse just like fucks off.
Oh, it's fucking like really?
It's just like, oh, my bad. And I was like, damn, like I would have not.
What happens if the horse didn't do that? She would have been fucking trampled,
Ben,
huh?
how wet were you after that?
My pussy was
after you got saved from a wild stallion, dude.
After this 5'3" little blonde girl got in the way of a fucking horse for me. My
Holy
steed.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's so great.
She turned around and I was in a dress crying.
Thank you.
I remember when I was speaking of horse, I remember when I was like 20, I was working at this horse farm in Wales. That was back when I was backpacking. I ran out of money, so I was working on this horse farm in Wales. And the couple there had like 30 horses that I just had to take care of with this Czechoslovakian woman every day. And it was like a 14-hour day. It was crazy. But they were so weird because they were obsessed with the American Wild West.
Okay.
So they would just wear like cowboy boots and cowboy hats and just walk around, and they were so excited that I was American. They would ask me like all these questions about, they'd never been either. They'd never been to America. They would ask me all these questions
just
about
watch too many Clint Eastwood movies.
Yeah, they'd ask me all these questions about America, but I'm like, dude, I'm from Connecticut. It's not like we don't have just like stallions running around. I've never seen a cowboy. Like they wanted me to be from Texas or like Arizona, and they were so bummed.
That's what they think America is. It's just Texas everywhere.
Oh, dude, and the inside, so it's like an old English like cottage house on this massive farm, but on the inside it was all like American Southwest. So they have like turquoise everywhere and like little ceramic cactuses and shit.
Fuck.
And they would play country music on full blast all the time. And I was like, this is the weirdest. They were basically like the equivalent of like when American kids get too into Japan here. They were like that, but in like England for the American West.
American kids get too much into Japan here?
Have you never met one of those fucking guys?
What, you mean like anime guys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were like that, but for
But
like...
anime is not all Japan has to offer. It's not
No,
like
I know,
these
but if you-
motherfuckers are in kimonos.
If you ask those guys, that's
Yeah.
what they think Japan is.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
they were
yeah.
the equivalent, and like they
Yes.
thought...
all the women are hot cartoons in
Yeah.
Japan.
And they had like the same idea about America, but that everyone was like a Texas cowboy.
Jesus Christ.
It was like New York City, and then everything else was like the Wild West. And they were always so bummed. They stopped, like after the first week, they stopped asking me shit because they were just like, well, this guy's fucking lame.
That's nuts. It's like you have the city, which is New York, and everything else is just desert.
Yeah, just Texas.
Yeah.
They'd ask me all these like, oh, have you ever like lassoed anything legit? And I was like, no. No, in Fairfield County, Connecticut, I've never lassoed
I've
anything.
never seen a rope in my life.
Yeah.
Besides when I'm trying to kill myself.
Hey.
That's a Chris.
The best was, because I grew up riding English,
Yeah.
which is ironic that I was there, and they were like, so you know how to ride Western, right? And I was like, no, I rode competitive English. I know how to like jump. And they were like, pfft.
What's the difference between English and Western?
So English is the proper way to ride a horse, where no, it is, because you use a different saddle where you're less held in, and
Yeah.
you bounce with what's called the canter of the horse,
Like the natural flow.
So
of
you move together, and there's like some skill involved. After a while, it becomes second thought, but like you have to learn it for months to like get it right, because it's like a skill.
Imagining Chris like professionally ride a horse in middle school.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
I was good,
To
dude.
me, you
I
still
won
have the
ribbons.
mustache.
Yeah, I won ribbons, dude. I never first. I was always like second or third, but I placed.
You have any photos, you think?
Somewhere my mom's got to have them.
Yo,
Yeah.
I need
I'll get a
Chris,
photo and we'll put it
Chris,
up. Yeah.
I'm dead ass. I know it's not just one of the things where like I'm like, oh, it'd be cool to see a photo.
No, I'll text my
I
mom.
need it, please.
I'll text my mom. She'll get them. But and then
so
then
funny.
Western style is like this really lazy way of riding. Because to be fair, because it was made to do work during, so you're supposed to be in the saddle for like 20 hours a day wrangling like cows and stuff.
Yeah.
So like you can't do, you have to ride different.
Right.
So you just have a big, like it holds you more, and it's got a big horn in the front, the saddle, and you just sit there. Oh,
So fucking fire.
dude, since we're talking about horses and all that, kind of tangentially related, I went to a Renaissance fair this last week.
Yes. Yeah.
Fucking lit.
Okay.
So-
you told me the fucking ladies were hot as fuck.
Oh, dude, so okay. I'm not that, I know I'm a huge nerd, but I'm like more of a sci-fi nerd. So Renaissance fairs have never really appealed to me.
Right.
And but my aunt and uncle are super into it. And I love my aunt and uncle. So they were like, hey, we're going to the Renaissance fair. Do you want to come with? And I was like, yeah, you know what? We'll have fun. And we went. And they had like full outfits.
Yeah.
They had like, they looked good. Like they had like, it looked like they were from the Middle Ages.
What were their like? Who were they? What kind of people were they dressing up as? Like, are they merchants? Or
So
like,
my aunt had kind of like just a medieval maiden dress,
Okay.
like, it was really intricate with all the like, I don't know what you call
Chris's
it. Like
uncle
gold
is dressed
stitching.
up as Khal Drogo. You're like,
I mean, dude, he basically was, dude. He's got a big beard and he's bald, and he was wearing a kilt.
fuck.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
he's just out there jacked with
he's
a
like
kilt.
a
dude.
barbarian from Diablo.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And so we went, and dude, the babes at a Ren Fair, fucking nuts. Last place on earth I would have expected it.
Bro called it Ren Faire. That's how you know.
Yeah, I'm in the
You
know
got
now.
some pussy at that Ren
I'm
Fair.
in the know.
You would not be
Dude.
calling it a Ren Fair.
Dude, because it's like they're all, first of all, Ren Fair, tits everywhere. They no asses there. They are old times,
Good.
traditional tits
The
people.
best.
Old
in the-
time traditional tits people.
embrace tradition in tits, reject modernity of the ass, dude. That's a modern invention.
I agree.
So they all have
100%.
like,
Are we all boob men here?
I think I might.
You half and half?
I think I'm half and half, dude.
That's cool.
I'm equal love.
respect.
That's cool.
Respect.
We need somebody to.
And nobody ever, people are always like, no.
Fend for the asses.
No, you can't be. There's got to be one you like more. And I'm like, nah, dude, milk and cereal are always good together.
Yeah. So Ben's bisexual. And
You think anybody's excited for Ren Fair because like they can go back in time and be racist at a Ren Fair?
I didn't see any racism, but I was,
None, huh? That's
I,
so good.
part of me was like,
Very happy.
not
about
very authentic.
They have Ren
You
Fair
know?
festivals. We're going to Rolling Fable. We're going to
that. yeah.
Lollapalooza.
Dude, I also had the awkward interaction at the Ren Fair where there's the axe throwing thing.
Yeah.
And so we go to the axe throwing thing, And my aunt's like, oh, I want to throw axes. Like, cool. So she's throwing the axes. And this guy who's like running the axe throwing booth is like, hey, you, I won't say my high school name, but like, you went to blank high school?
Oh, fuck.
And I was like,
getting fucking realized.
So I turned around. I was like, yeah. He's like, it's me. It's John. No recollection of this. Zero recollection of this.
Even if he was wearing regular clothing, you would have no idea.
But then he references like 4 people I do remember from high school.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I must have known this guy because I remember like those 4 people.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, man, how you been?
Uh-huh.
And then he was like, yeah, I just do this part-time. I'm not like a carny or anything. I'm not like a carny or anything. And I'm like, that's cool, man. Like, so what have you been up to these days? He's like, well, right now, just this, but it's just like a temporary thing. It's just a and then he got like so uncomfortable and
what
was
a good
like,
idea for fucking.
So here's the big thing about it, right?
Yeah.
I didn't recognize him. I didn't approach him. He approached me and then embarrassed himself and left. Yeah. I didn't ask him. I didn't call him out. I didn't ask him if he was working at the Ren Faire even.
Yeah.
I just didn't ask him any. He just volunteered all that information, got embarrassed and ran away.
He could have easily not said anything, right?
He could have. I didn't recognize him, you know?
Yeah.
And it was not a glow up, let me tell you. It was
That's
not. It wasn't like a glow up.
Thinking like, oh, that's my boy Chris. I'm going to go say hi to Chris. And then Chris is like, so what have you been up to? And he's like, I shouldn't have said hi to Chris.
You saw immediately the math going in his head of like, fuck.
What is it called? Rejoice.
That's so funny, dude.
No,
I'm not a carny or anything.
Return.
Oh, really? So what have you been up to?
I'll figure it out.
Well, mostly this.
it was so... And I'm like, joke's on him. I'm unemployed and do open mic comedy, so I'm crushing it.
That's awesome.
What are you doing?
When you're trying to back out of something after you've abort? Not
reconciliation.
No. Like
renege?
No.
That is the word.
It's like when you're at war and like retreat.
Oh, that's what we were.
Yeah, that's
trying to find the word retreat.
Yeah, I did everything else.
Repent.
Repent. Sorry, my bad. What is Ren Faire? Like what exactly? What company or is it just like a set?
It's just a
do
concept.
Dragons exist in Ren Faire?
I don't, because that's the thing is like, so I think originally a Renaissance fair was like a historical thing.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of historical people, but then there were also people like straight up orcs, there were elves, there were like demon women. So then it just became kind of anything generically like nerdy
little
and
fairies.
medieval. There were a couple fairies, yeah.
Little people dressed up as like that goat that you like.
No, that's the thing. I was so excited. I was so excited to see my love, a goat woman, and propose.
Yeah.
0 goat women.
That's nuts.
There were no goat women at the Ren Faire.
Like eating an apple with 2 hands.
They got those contacts
in,
so they have
a soldier.
So they have they have goat eyes.
Eating like a cow. Eating like a cow, and it's so cute. You want to just fucking stick your dick in their throat, and you're just like. You know, it's not funny when you guys don't react to when I'm joking. You're on your phone and Chris wasn't even paying attention when I said that. And then I just said it and then there was a pause and that's what you laughed at and I don't really fucking appreciate it.
No, there was.
Yeah, I'm in it and I'm doing a bit. And when I say the joke, I expect for you guys to be on my fucking tail about it and understand exactly when I say something funny. And when I say something that's funny and you don't laugh, it makes it seem like I fucking mean it, but I don't appreciate it. I don't fucking appreciate you letting me sit in that silence and really the camera catches me being like, I want to slide my dick down the throat of a goat woman because that's Chris. That's not even me who wants to do that. I was trying to appeal to Chris and then you both just fucking you sat there in silence and it's not fucking cool to do that to me. You can't do that. You guys are being bad friends. You're bad fucking friends to do that to me on the podcast.
So yes, there were no goat women at the Renaissance Fair. I would have loved there to be one. I would have loved there to be a goat woman in a corset. I would have been in love.
Fucking grapes. Eating grapes like a fucking cow. Just like, oh, no.
Just no hands eating a turkey leg.
Dude, the turkey leg being huge is so cool.
Yeah.
So cool to me. Holy shit.
Did you guys hear the news about sports?
What?
This is big news. This has to make the podcast. The United States cricket team went to the World Cup for cricket.
Okay.
And we beat Pakistan, which historically is one of the best cricket teams of all time.
Oh, damn.
Went into the competition ranked number 5. They've won multiple World Cups, and we blew them out of the water in overtime.
The fuck outta here.
We fucking beat them.
Is cricket like baseball or more like golf?
It's baseball. It's
It
like
is?
weird British baseball.
Okay, so who was on the American team? Was it a bunch of white people?
So no, this is the best part.
British
So-
Bake Off.
So
We had Pakistanis on our team.
So the Pakistani team,
Yeah.
government funded, all professionals. It's their full-time job just to play cricket.
Yeah.
right?
One of the best teams in the
One of the best teams in the world. The American team,
Uh-huh.
volunteer force. Everyone has no one has a salary. They have to like
They're all like software engineers.
yeah.
Dudes.
They're all
That's
they all have
fucking
day
nuts.
jobs. They had to use PTO to get off to go play in the World Cup. No one expected them to win. Like everyone is doing this volunteer. Is actually losing money traveling to the World Cup because they had to get themselves there.
Yeah.
And they fucking blow in the first round, blow out one of the best teams like in the sport.
Dude, Pakistan
Oh my
must have
God.
thought that they were just gonna shit.
They're on the whole country on suicide watch. Right now. and you know
They're gonna do another 9/11.
he said it, not me.
all right. I'm sorry.
But you know what the best part is? You look at the cricket team. So you look at everyone else's cricket team, then you look at our cricket team, and you'll notice one distinct difference.
What is it?
We figured out that black people aren't just good at football and basketball. They're also really good at pretty much any sport. They're pretty much, you give them any sport, they're pretty good at it.
There was a lot of colored people on the American team.
There was some black dudes that were
love that. I love
fucking
that.
doing home runs, dude.
I love that shit.
These Pakistani guys had no idea what they were in because they're
They're
used
like,
to.
oh, America, a bunch of white fat people coming over.
They're used to playing a
They
bunch
don't
of
understand
like.
that we're a fucking melting pot, bitch.
They're used
Fucking
to,
kill yourselves.
They were used to playing a bunch of like old pasty British dudes, like
Yeah.
British white dudes, and then and then some black guy who played like college football steps up to the plate
Yeah.
and just fucking into orbit, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" They're like, guys, just like
We didn't know balls could go that high.
they're like, the guy's just like, I've been playing the sport for like 2 months. It's pretty easy.
It's so good, dude.
I love that idea. That a fucking dude who plays football is just like sees this huge.
What are we
wing-
playing? It fucking annihilates. That's so good.
The bat's all fucking wide as fuck.
Dude,
I'm supposed to do what with this?
I would do what with this?
Hit ball. All right.
dude, it's just
Collapse it out.
like, it just goes back to my theory that I've heard other people say before, but it's definitely true, where it's like, if America invested any of our athletic talent in like foreign sport, because all we play is like football, basketball, hockey, baseball, right? Which
Right.
really only we play those four sports for the most part.
Yeah.
But like, that just goes back to like the one time we have like top level athletes play another sport like cricket, we dominate, and that's volunteer force. Can you imagine we had like professional baseball players playing cricket?
Fuck.
Can you like, so then it's like, oh, we got soccer and rugby. It's like we would fucking dominate those if we even sent like our
It just goes
D3
to show, it
guys,
just goes
like-
to show
Hold on.
how important our sports are in our country by itself.
Yeah.
It generates so much money.
Right.
But like basketball is such a good example of that because that's one of those sports that we're so good at that is global. And then whenever we go to the Olympics, we just like decimate everybody.
Fire. It's fire
dude,
shit.
except for that
Like,
one
nobody
year we
stands a
choked.
chance.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was embarrassing, dude.
We were Pakistan.
We were Pakistan. We lost. What we lost to like Latvia or something.
Yeah,
Like we
bad.
got annihilated by Latvia, and there was like LeBron James on the team. There was like fucking.
It was like Space Jam.
It was literally Space
We were
Jam. dude.
facing literal aliens who've never played basketball in their
Literal
life.
aliens.
Where the fuck even is Latvia?
Just a
That
bunch
shit
of
was Space Jam.
just a
as
bunch
fuck.
of like 8 foot tall like Eastern European dudes that speak like.
We're like Monstars. Fucking
Mon-
kill them. That's so funny. I feel like when we go to the World Cup for soccer, we almost never win that shit.
We never even qualify.
Yeah,
we don't
we're-
even
so
go.
We're bad at it.
We're
right?
bad at our country as a whole.
No,
is
so
not.
that's the other thing about the cricket thing that's important to know. So we never get to go to the Cricket World Cup because we never qualify.
Yeah.
The only reason we even auto qualified because the U.S. The Cricket Cup is in the U.S. this year for some fucking reason. I don't even know why it's here.
Oh,
So they had to
shit.
like be like, okay, since you're hosting it, we'll let your team play. You probably won't make it past the first round, but like, sure, we'll give you one of the spots.
Yeah.
And then we fucking annihilate one of the top 3 teams.
Holy shit.
And next, we're playing India this week.
Oh, India. I heard
India's
is,
like the number 1 team, so
Yeah.
we're gonna fucking.
They're really trying to get us to
Dominate
fucking-
'em.
Imagine if we also beat India. What would happen? It would shake the world. I think we would start doing cricket in America. We're like, listen, we're that good at it. Like
no,
that. Turns out
what's going to happen is we're going to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then all those guys will be like, cricket's kind of gay. And they're going to
stop.
They're just going to retire. They're just going to stop playing.
You think we'll pick it up as a sport and try to make it popular?
God, no, we got baseball. It's a way better sport. It's like this. It's literally the same thing, but less weird.
Why is cricket and baseball, like, why aren't they just the same thing? What's the difference?
So
cricket has a flatter bat, right?
Yeah, cricket has so cricket has a big flat bat.
Yeah.
You're trying to hit the bat to knock over these. You're trying to hit the ball to knock over these things called wickets, which are like weird. Like it's like 3 sticks that are kind of like in the ground barely.
Yeah.
And then you put like a stick on top of it. And so you're trying to bat, right? And the pitcher's trying to throw. And I think it's that the pitcher is trying to hit the wickets behind you.
Okay.
But if you can hit with the bat and go past him and hit the wickets behind him, then you can like run and you get like points.
You're not trying to just hit it as far as you can.
No, you can also do that.
Oh, okay.
But it's also like a thing. If you hit the wickets, it's like bonus points. It's such a dumb, confusing sport. And you have to win by a certain amount. It's like tennis, where like you have to win by 20. Yeah. So games can go on forever. Because they just keep catching up enough to like, then you have to play another inning. Yeah. And it just because the other team always gets a chance to like contest it. Like they always get a chance to like return or whatever. Yeah. So like games will go on for 8-9 hours. It's the silliest sport on earth. And they throw underhand like softball. Like they run up and they throw underhand. It's fucking ridiculous. But it's not ridiculous when goddamn American Patriots are winning, dude. When they're fucking decimating. Right. And when we beat India this week,
gonna happen.
Entire country's gonna fucking kill themselves. All of India is gonna blow their brains out.
Yeah, dude. All over their gold.
What?
Indians are like rich as fuck.
Do you like Indians the country India?
Yeah.
It's not doing great. It's like a third world country.
India is like the rich people in India are like the richest people of all time.
Yeah, they got their billionaires for sure, yeah.
Like their riches are like made of like gold and shit. Like they have fucking
man. I'm not gonna touch this one. That's all you, man.
What?
They have rupees.
They have fucking gold bricks.
I mean, everyone has gold bricks.
We all have gold bricks.
No, but like they actually have like
every country's got.
Do you think people walk around in India with gold bricks to buy food?
I don't like how you asked it like that. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode of You Should Be Worried. I love you guys, and we love you guys, and it's very fun always doing this weekly episode shit, and we're here for it, and we're going to keep doing it. And my name is Matt Lopes. You can find me on social media at MattyFucko, and follow the Sketches in the Making, ITM, on everywhere, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all of it. Follow me on all those platforms. You can also follow Chris at Chris Warren Comedy on Instagram, TikTok, all that shit. Please, he's a very funny boy, and we're all really funny boys. And please like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast. Okay, it's the least you could do. Fucking last week we put out a fucking banger episode and didn't even fucking get anywhere because you guys just aren't liking shit. And
that'll help is yell at the audience. The few remaining viewers we have, you suck.
Guys, listen, you just have to support us more. It's as simple as that, okay?
Why don't you love me? You're like a difficult girlfriend.
Watch this podcast every fucking week and you're not going to support us. Honestly, low-key, go fuck yourselves. And I love you so much. It's a great time. And no, we're going to keep doing this because we like to do it, you know? And we'll see you guys next week. And yeah, Chris, anything you have to add?
Guys, I love you as an audience.
I also love them as an audience, but like fucking support us.
Yeah, but I really love you. Matt loves you as a ends to a means.
Us. Honestly, we're gonna keep doing this whether or not you like these videos. I'm so sorry.
I'm doing these out of spite.
I don't mean to be an asshole, and honestly, you know what? Let's just redo it. Can I redo?
All right, everybody, that's been a great podcast. Let's play that outro music.
I really don't like how it came off there. Can we redo that?